My actually rural journey started when I was 4 or 5 years old, when I used to come to my grandparents' home near Nasik, a place called as Sangamnir. So that khushbu of that mitti has already gone into my DNA, and that brought me to rural advertising. After considerable teaching experience with De Montfort University, Leicester, UK, my research area in India was on fake products and regional brands, how they are coming up. And that brought me to Ogilvy and Medha in 2007, and now with Mudra. So I'm, say 20 days I am into rural pockets, and I'm going to take you through the transformation that is taking place in rural India. And when we talk about activation in rural markets, it's not about the traditional tools and models that we use, that were used 10 years before. And though they are still in practice, because it's a need of that particular pocket where you use it, but how understanding those transformations and making our activations as per those transformations. Transformation means changes in the rural pockets, how my consumer is changing. So I'm going to show you something which, and I believe that everybody is comfortable in Hindi. That's not it's kind of a different kind of presentation. So when I start my session, I always say that rural sab kare, rural kare na koi. Jo man se rural kare, rural na hoy. So all those marketers and those look at rural as urban, and they don't treat that rural as rural. They generally definitely succeed in those pockets, and I believe Novartis and the way Mahindra is coming up with the innovations and the way Novartis is changing the health needs, addressing the health needs. I think they're not looking as rural, but they're looking as the rural consumers as the distant counterparts, the distant urbanites, and because the aspiration and those things are same. So I'm going to show you a two-dimensional movie, right? And we're taking through a rural journey. We'll just go into a rural pocket, right? DDB Mudra के बैनर तले Terra and team. Terra is my wing in Mudra Max. Mudra Max has 16 sub verticals. Terra and team मुंबई बॉक्स ऑफिस से प्रस्तुत करते हैं कड़वा सच। इस फिल्म के सभी पात्र एवं घटनाएं काल्पनिक नहीं हैं। इनका हमारे ग्रामीण बच्चों, बुजुर्गों, महिलाओं और पुरुषों से गहरा संबंध है। यह फिल्म एक कड़वा सच है। हर फिल्म में पात्र होते हैं। Every film has actor, set of actors. This film also a set of actors, and let's see how the actors are changing. So this is, we talk about a rural household. So the village elder, old women in the house, right? So this was yesterday. कल की औरत ऐसी थी. But if you talk about today, she is working hard, shoulder to shoulder with. She's also become a strategist at home and work. She's contributing to her family household income. So let us talk about whether it is railway porters in Ahmedabad, female porters, or an army of women cobblers, that how do we engage them in various activations. So when you roam around the country, you will see that this kind of change is being happening, and we can use them as an important medium of communication. When you talk about daughters, her transformation was very quick 10 years before. First, she used to get married very soon. It was like Kal Beti, Kal Ma, was that types. She was not that ambitious, and her job was to deliver 5 babies in first 5 years. Today her transformation is not as quick. They are educated, government schemes and policies, or the communication that karo ladki ki shadi 18 saal ke baad. And it's good that all these people who have migrated have contributed a lot, because once a rural consumer migrates to a town or an urban city, he is more evolved. He watches people like us wearing coats, talking on mobile phones. He sees educated people, he gets evolved. And every auto driver who is in Mumbai, when I'm with them, I'm definitely interviewing them. And उनका एक ही सपना है, हम बच्चों को हमारे से भुगतने नहीं देंगे. That's why we're working hard so that उनको हम पढ़ाएंगे. So even if I'm talking to a driver from a different community, he says, in my community, marriages happen very quick. The time when the girl grows up and at the age of 14, we decide that we'll get her married soon. But he understands the importance of education. So today, if you talk about this daughter, she has changed. When you talk about Uttar Pradesh, so this model has been adopted across all states, where we don't see full-time teachers, but she is a Shiksha Mitra, an inclination towards education. Somebody who has knack of inclination towards education, she becomes Shiksha Mitra. It's a contractual teacher in a school where she goes, teaches, and can do other jobs also. Or she can be an Anganwadi who wins appreciation and accolades from the government itself for being the best Anganwadi or the best health worker in the village.